Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Dread and Circus Campaign Season 3, Episode 6. I'm your demon host, Marty, joined by Adam and Mark. How is everyone doing today? There's my face. Hey, there we go. Hey. And apparently I have to restart this chat every single time. Yay!
Yay!
It never ends.
Do you want it to end?
No.
No? Okay. Alright, let me get into that. I'm still loading up my stuffs.
The endings of campaigns.
They never happen, actually.
They do. They just don't happen in a dramatic way. Oh, Lucas, man, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate that. Hey, that's a different different little symbol beside that. Huh. Oh, we got an Ahmed as well. Thanks, man. I appreciate your support. Ahmed, how's it going? Live mics, and we are streaming.
Hot mics, and they see you.
Yep.
Most important words.
That's all right. Oh, Ahmed's quiet. Let's just turn up his mic a little bit.
Oh, this thing was fire. Okay, we're good.
So tonight we are playing the. Well, let's do how we're doing with everyone. But tonight we are playing the Doomsday characters plus Widget and Radamer, who are going to investigate or head towards the vicinity of the tomb of the Iron Medusa. Everything okay?
Yeah, should be alright.
Okay. If you need to step away, man, go do that.
No, I'll be alright.
Okay. Hot mics! How's everyone doing? Last time I saw you guys was Saturday. Saw some of you on the stream last night for Titan's Gift. As there were a bunch of cowards in that game. They're like, chaos in the streets. No, we're going to avoid that. And then, they went home.
You're dangling the pot. This is all I prepped. Just some fucking street encounters.
So instead, they fucked around in Baba Yaga's hut and discovered the underrealm underneath the hut. They finally unlocked the hatch to go underneath.
Yeah.
Since the last time I ran that for you guys, I found another module in 4th edition that had a much nicer looking dungeon. So I'm kind of combining the two dungeons into one, and it is some scary, spooky stuff. They went into like room 3, and they're like, there's so many hatches and doors, and this could go on forever.
We went in there, went into room 2, and we're like, nah, they'd close the door and be like, let's go on the regular adventure. This is too bullshit for us.
Oh, and Ahmed Malbut's going crazy.
Yeah.
Because he sold. So his little plot line is he sold the pixie dust to a person who treats pixie dust like a drug. Or no, he sold it on the open market, and then this guy who actually there's a like a black market for this stuff. Didn't like you selling in his backyard. He's this kingpin named Spider. So Malbut's been hiding in the manor that is now owned by the party, and is afraid to go out into the town because this kingpin wants him. But the party's always like, "Yeah, we'll solve your problem. Maybe we should go kill Spider." Malbut's all like, "Yay!" And then they're like, "Nah, let's go do something else." No. It's funny. So anytime you want to hop back in and play some low-level Malbut,
Contacts everywhere.
yeah, that goes for the rest of you guys too. I know it's late though. Baba Yaga, the level 20 mythic rank 10 witch. In some of the D&D lore, Baba Yaga, one of her daughters became a god. So she's pretty powerful if this is truly Baba Yaga they're dealing with. They had some really interesting questions last game, like, if we have this key, why does Baba Yaga not want the key? Is she home? We're gonna run into her? Is she gonna want it back? So they've got all these emotions and conflicts in their head that as they're going into the dungeon. Good stuff. But that is not this game. There's some good stuff going on in this game as well. I'm excited for tonight. But since Saturday, how are your lives?
All right. Worked all weekend, so that sucked. But
This is your weekend right now.
yeah,
Cool.
this is my Saturday.
I dropped the father-in-law off at the airport. So now it's...
Physically, like you just went, let's go to the
I
airport.
picked him up and went, there you go, there's the gate.
Wrapped him on his head, sent him on his way.
Give him a bag lunch. Here you go.
Pinned a note to him.
Give this to the flight attendant.
If lost, please return to.
Please return to. I'm just trying to get all the work stuff tied up before next week. Cause,
Yeah, Gary Con next week is fucking gonna be amazing. I haven't taken a break really since you guys were here in October, and Marty is fucking tired. You're fucking tired. So I've got 2 days of work left before I have a couple of weeks off, which would be nice.
I'm looking forward to that. I still have to register the stiffs. So
Ahmed, you doing okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
Tired, but I'm good.
All right, perfect. Everyone's tired and drained from work. It's time for D&D.
Start making good decisions.
Yeah, exactly. And get our favorite characters killed. I mean,
That's a carpet ride.
it is too late for me. I am already.
I really enjoyed the smack talk of evil Edward talking to you guys. That was a fun
That was
scene.
hilarious. Oh my god.
And you spilling the beans.
Well, it's like, because he already had the idea, but Marty hadn't clued in on the. Oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
And then I'm like.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where I'm thinking like, why don't these shadows just go make like 100 more and come back? But I don't say that.
Well, there was
Marty already knows this.
there were a group of them. They didn't spend all of their number,
Yeah.
and there might be others out there. Anyways,
We're gonna have to go
episode 5. Things are starting to get real. Idolatry is what we called episode 5. After harrowing an evening atop Tomb Hill, the Circus of Dread returns to the tomb of Duke Haramil in search for the Cradle of Shadows. They interrogate the Dark Folk prisoner, nicknamed Dynamo, and learn more about their enemy. Widget finds an artifact consecrated to Dracia Umbravilda herself, as if she were a deity. Perhaps she is, perhaps she's not. Arlen spends a large portion of the circus funds on a new mode of transportation, and we kind of ended the night with everyone successfully teleporting back to Terraslene, aka Citadel on the Lake.
Starlin's just like, there's only one solution to this problem. Fucking flying carpet.
60 grand flying carpet, go! Do you realize that if we do the loose kind of math of like 1 gold piece equals $50, I think that's $3 million you spend on the flying carpet.
Well, fucking Lamborghini. A rare Lamborghini.
gold-plated.
Yeah, it's 60,000 times 50 is 3 million. Okay, Marty can still do math in his head, so that's good. we're ready to go. Three large, maybe 1,000. No. A new Ludus on my carpet. Oh, we really need to set the hardness and hit points for that $3 million.
And it's an object. It fucking sits around and it's big. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna rule that the controller of the object when you're controlling it is like you had the object in hand, for purposes of things like saving throws as well as interesting teleport.
Mirror image.
No, not mirror image.
Target gets a fucking mirror image.
Invisibility. Not unless you actually have picked it up. I think you would have to cast 2 invisibilities.
can you cast invisibility on an object?
You certainly
I'm
can.
already flying. If I'm already flying and using it, and I cast invisibility on myself, does it also go invisible? Because I'd have everybody on the carpet like doing the Superman pose. They just look like they're running along.
No, you can cast. Yeah, you can cast on an object. Cool.
You know what? Sure. Because it doesn't make sense for me to make that a different rule. It has to be the person commanding it, and you have to be on the carpet the second you leave.
When you cast it. Yeah.
Either it's a mount and it doesn't turn invisible, and it has its own save, or it's not a mount, and it's your save, and it's one of your possessed objects.
It's a 60,000 gold piece item. It needs something.
Right.
You don't understand. Marty is fine with releasing uncontrolled shadows into the world and saying, "What are you going to do about it, bro?"
Yeah. You should ask what the bras think about that. 'Cause,
Like all I'm saying is
It's my world. I can destroy it. I'm perfectly allowed to do so.
you've got many worlds. Right?
Yes.
It's,
Well, it's not. Well, am I destroying it on purpose? No, I just created some really bad people in this imaginary universe that really want to destroy it, and I'm just letting it all kind of unfold.
they're called TCs.
Weird. Okay, so we're going to switch back to the Doomsday characters plus Radamer and Widget. Where we left off with them, let's have a look at the...
Widget was in the other dungeon, I thought.
Widgets with
Oh, shit,
Yep.
yeah. So not
Yep.
Widget.
I've done which one's the doppelganger? Show me your
Right.
belly button.
I forgot. So it's
In the cup.
Zita, Nibbles, Callie, Rene, Grizaak, Evander, and Radamer. Ahmed, do you want to control Evander in combat or Radamer?
I don't know either character.
Okay, so I'm going to give you Evander. He just strikes a lot with his... Well, he does have spells. And because Adam's played Radamer before in combat, I'm gonna stick that with Adam. Because he only has one dude. Adam's... Mark has Zita, Giant Nibbles, and Callie to control. Alright, if we go to the Ludus sheet and have a look at where we are timeline-wise relative to all the other characters, we see that... let's go to Grizaak. In the same 5-day period where Arlen's group had teleported and adventured and then teleported back, they are on their way to... They are traveling and then adventuring, I suppose, at the tomb of the Iron Medusa, or the tomb. Sorry. How long does it take you to get there? Great question.
We have those horses. Give me a sec. Grizaak cast those horses again. Multiple times. Actually, we can teleport, but we don't know the place, so we have to use horses. Right.
Yeah, you've never been there before, and you don't have an accurate description or teleport without error. World map Tarak.
Oh, by the way, Grizaak's shouts are burps. I figured it out.
Just really loud, angry burps.
That's pretty awesome. I like that. That puts a smile on my old Punim.
I was like, how's Grizaak yell? He doesn't yell. He's like, hold on a second.
Okay, so there's the Arlen's group. They were previously at Duke Haramil's tomb, or crypt, way up here. The two groups had teleported to Undertree, and then traveled together via Phantom Steeds to Crater Lake, and then at Crater Lake they split. One group went to the north and west, the other group went to the north and east, and Zita is the leader of this particular group. You do have a map that leads you to the dot on the dot where the Crypt of the Iron Medusa is. Who is the navigator? Who is leading the way?
Probably Zita. She's got at least a bard level of knowledge geography.
Sure.
Survival and...
Survival will also help. Grizaak, while he's of the Lemmy school of guiding, he just kind of brings you along and you end up where you end up, but he has a surprising amount of abilities
Yeah, Zita's got a plus 26 in knowledge geography. So.
Okay. So Grizaak is the man on the ground, pointing out landmarks, and Zita is the one that has the atlas-like knowledge of the surrounding terrain. While the old borders of Terrazline didn't stretch this far north, you are familiar with the lands that once bordered the Great Elven nation. And give me a roll, and then Grizaak, you'll probably be aiding, as you can turn into a bird and have eagle eye view on things.
Geography?
No geography or survival.
I auto-aid. I have a 22.
Okay.
You on knowledge geography?
No, survival.
I'm letting him aid with survival on navigating.
All right, so I'm gonna take 10, and we'll get a 38.
Okay. Upon speedy horseshoe travel, and it is not very difficult to end up in the vicinity of where you believe the crypt is located. This takes, but 60, 120 is more like 200. And how fast are those horses?
Horses are flying at. Yeah, give me a sec.
They fly or ride?
Sorry, no. They run and they can go over water. They have water walk and they can ignore difficult terrain. Getting you the speed right now. I think it's like 90 feet or 80 feet.
80?
I think it's loading.
Okay, which means from Undertree it's 2 days going through the forest.
100 feet.
I'm going to roll for a random encounter. Oh.
It's 100 feet, Marty.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh.
Can I roll the random encounter?
Yeah, I'm going to open up a chart. Don't roll until I found the chart.
Oh god.
You find 2 adult green dragons.
Hey Mark, you know how I was saying before I thought it was the joint? No, it's definitely the muscle. Definitely the muscle. Oh my
you know
god.
what? That's better news then.
I think Nibbles is here.
I just straightened my leg and oh god.
Muscles heal faster than joints do. So.
Yep.
Okay.
3 people with a teleport.
I don't like that chart because it's too low.
Just add a level of mythic to whatever it is.
I think you'd beat it up. It's
It still kicks
yeah, you'd still
it's
kick
the
its
mythic
ass.
rattlesnake.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Cold Mountains high level. Let's see. Those are ridiculous. Okay. All right. Give me percentile.
51.
Okay, not that chart.
Monk Dracolich.
Lucas, that's a little much. That would be a problem.
We can take that.
Lucas, I would go.
Just fast bombing us. Oh my god! Followed by a swift breath weapon. And that was the surprise rounds.
That's how you doing? How you doing, champ?
Yeah, guys.
How you doing? When the skill points get really high and you're trying to count them, and it's over 100, it's hard to count them. My brain. I don't want to turn the ranks to 11 because I have to count 11s. It's way easier to count 10s. Laziness. Laziness in the modern era.
Okay, you managed to camp that first night in a nice clearing in the forest. It is an oval-shaped clearing.
Rope trick. Grizaak has rope trick.
Sure. I need a. We need a name.
Stinkiest rope trick ever.
I don't think it can be dirty or stinky.
Why does it smell like ass in here? I don't know. It's always been like that.
By the time Grizaak gets in there, it smells like ass. I think is the problem.
He got his hands on Ugg and Sam's piss and shit covered rope because you didn't know how to go to the bathroom outside the door.
Why did anyone throw this perfectly good rope away?
Oh, you're sure horrible.
I don't like Marty's expression. Oh, that'll kill them. Yeah, that'll kill them. Let's do it.
That's Marty's like, I might need to reconsider this nose turn.
I don't know.
We'll die this evening. Teleport the fuck out of here.
Teleporting the fuck out of here. Oh, it's so meta. All right,
Before
so
the encounter even starts, it could be a fucking squirrel for all you know.
Ready, teleport.
yep. Just bear with me. You guys can start loading up the initiative sheet.
Evander.
Because this is how random encounters work. Unless you're a DM who has lots of time and you like pre-make all of your random encounters, you can add this to the this name to the initiative sheet. It's got a +5.
Alright, let's get this show on the road.
Forest,
Hey, what the hell is that?
glade, top down. I'll even create a little map for this.
So, see, there's also a,
Oh, fuck.
so if you are pre-generating random encounters, there's the forced random encounters, some rolls, then you open up a random book, and then it's like, and then you just pull up the monster that you already prepared when the encounter was ready to go.
Right.
Oh, really? Oh, it happened to be the an Inquisitor. Well, there's an Inquisitor in this world. Oh, the Inquisitor found your ass. The Reverend shows up, or whatever.
Oh,
Map.
Reverend shows up and kills a character.
He kills character.
Surprise me.
Says some racist shit. Teleports away.
See you tomorrow.
You've got till noon on Tuesday.
Just kidding.
What's a Tuesday?
Heathen.
Thor's dead. Why is there still a Thor's Day? Alright, let me get this. Combat sheet is the under the conclave.
Okay, and you're seeing how quick or slow it is to create a random map in Map Tools with a random creature.
Alright, so
just good.
nobody's editing this right now, right?
No.
Okay, well, let's start getting this show on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
All right, so I'm gonna grab the characters from the conversation layer, and I'm gonna go to something called Forest Glade.
Okay, I'm currently doing the initiative sheet, so could you grab the characters?
No, I already did it.
Oh,
And
never
I'm
mind.
gonna poop it down. I will Fog of
Hey, you
War.
go poop. That's for damn sure.
Alright, going for initiative. I gotta do 3 initiative shit.
You found a suspiciously clear and nice forest glade for you to make camp in. Your horses.
Zita gets a.
Okay, Zita, Nibbles, and okay, then Callie. So Zita gets a 6, Nibbles gets a 20, and 12 for Callie.
Okay, Nibbles gets a. What was 20?
Yeah.
And Callie got a
12.
12? Alright.
My nice
What did
friendly.
Grizaak get?
3.
What did Evander get?
15.
Okay, could you roll a couple d20s for me?
Okay, 14, 19, 15.
14 for Radamer, 19 for Rene, where the fuck is he?
And there's a 15 spare for somebody.
And a 15 for the monster, because that's the last one. Just putting them in order. Okay.
And since we haven't had a random encounter for a while, I'm going to make sure that this is an encounter that tests the mettle of this party.
a flying.
Oh, I want fucking. I just imagining like
It's a flying
like-
epic land shark.
flaming dragons and headbanging and fucking flamethrowers and.
It's gonna be one of those creatures where after we're like, this was fucking living out here. I didn't know.
we're out beyond the edge of civilization.
Yep.
The problem is when you have that encounter and it's like day 2 out of the fucking city. Day 2 out of the city and you're getting like bum rushed by the
No,
CR-18.
You are on the edges of the civilization when Terrazine was at its height, and everything is kind of like sparse, and there's a war zone going on up
Oh,
here,
yeah,
and
no,
you're
we're-
cutting through ancient forests, and
Marty could throw anything at it. The Trask could be out here for all we know.
You're not a fucking Tarrasque?
I've never had to kill a Trask.
The trash
did.
getting ridden by a.
your request is noted.
So,
And the Trask is actually his phylactery.
So your request is noted. It is now on a sticky note that is going to go into my planning.
Ahmed fought that.
I know.
Shut up. Shut up. Are you serious?
Yes, there was a
We
tr-
fought
yeah,
that?
there was a campaign world called Children of Gaia where the planet that they were on was a prison planet to just hold the Tarrasque and the Lich that because they couldn't kill it. The whole civilization just had a planet that was to hold enclose encase the Tarrasque with the Lich, and it was a prison planet that they were just putting species on.
It was the.
Also,
Phantom
Ahmed,
Zone.
shut your ears because some of that stuff you don't know.
Okay,
I figured that out.
so what I need is for
two guys
for
came from the
Grizaak
house.
for Grizaak to point where he's creating his rope trick and describe how you turn the really clean space into a dirty space before your companions get to stop you. So I heard you're casting you're tonight you're going to cast a rope trick is basically what you're doing.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so he would have cast Phantom Steed at least once. Is this the same day that we cast it twice, or?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so 2 times, and then rope trick 1. How am I gonna make it dirty before they stop me? Yeah. I think what I do is cast it, and then once everyone's inside, I'll just stick my butt out and poop, so the stench just comes up, and he wouldn't have thought about that. But
Okay. Point on the map where you're creating your rope trick.
my poop mess.
We needed the poopy emoticon.
Forest Glade, right?
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. All right. So there's the rope, and then we'll make an opening.
Right in the center, Marty.
Too late.
There. Right there.
And then we'll create just sort of a white space where the rope trick is, and we'll have the circle in the middle. All right, everyone is up in the rope trick.
Grizaak just finished taking his poop. Ooh, what's that? I don't remember eating them leaves.
You ate piles of them yesterday.
If we're in the wilderness,
Yep.
Rene basically crops a hide and watches.
Okay, show me where you're hiding.
Is there anything to hide behind, or is...
You could lie down in these grasses if you wanted, and that would be a hiding position.
Okay.
Marty, I also have this spell prepped because we travel. Wild Instinct.
Yep.
Basically lets you sleep without taking any negative perception.
So are you sitting near the opening and kind of watching downwards with Wild Instinct on?
No, he's in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
He leans back and then his eyes are completely awake while he's sleeping. He's doing the Gandalf sleep.
Enjoy the nightmares, fellas. Enjoy
Right.
the nightmares.
He's such a disgusting
It's not
creature.
your feel.
This place was so clean before he walked into it. Look, everything he touches, grease.
He's funny.
Zita doesn't. Yeah, I guess Callie is. We'll just shift people around a little bit.
Yeah.
Zita doesn't respond to her brother's complaints.
Nope.
Okay. You notice Radamer playing, like, he's got a holy book to Weejas, likely, that he had out, and he was sharing some prayers with Rene.
Is the temperature? What's the temperature like today?
This is temperate early fall, so it's actually still a little bit warm. The nights are starting to noticeably get cooler.
But it's fine in here, right?
Oh, here it's perfectly
It's
indoor
space.
temperature. It is 76 degrees.
It's however it would be however
Grizaak likes.
Grizaak likes. Right?
Yep.
Nice and sticky.
Okay, so it's 86 degrees in
It's
here.
humid as hell.
Because he sleeps with topless and bottomless. He's like,
Okay, so you don't wear your
Just
armor
wears
when
a
you
belt.
sleep. I guess you don't need armor because you're a sorcerer. All right. Does Nibbles wear heavy armor at all?
Yeah, he wears full plate.
So he takes it off at night,
Yep.
or does he have endurance?
He doesn't have endurance.
Okay, so Nibbles has his armor off at this point. Evander, I think, wears heavy armor. Let's have a look-see.
Evander, checking.
He has mithril full plate, which acts as medium armor. Still, he'd need to take it off unless he has endurance, which he does not. So he does not have his armor on while sleeping. And Rene, I guess, is doing the 24-hour watch because he doesn't need to sleep.
I don't know if the party thinks he's human anymore.
No, we don't.
You're not fooling anyone, but
What do we
He also gets an
imagine?
opportunity to stare at the stars. So
What do you think that we will find at this crypt? I don't know much about this one.
then we're going to find treasure.
Knowledge, history, and the day's almost done, so I'll take 20. So that gives me 46.
Thank you, Callie. It is a imperial as well as human trait to bury the dead with offerings to the gods and to their lives. Rich men often build fabulous tombs and crypts and temples. This goes back to the reign of great pharaohs in my homeland.
You're a philosopher, and philosophers protect those things.
Yes, Kelly.
You could see Radamer just trying to. He makes the visible decision to say nothing because that's probably the politest. You're taking 20 on your roll?
On my knowledge history,
Yeah.
it's me a 46.
That one. The Tomb of the Iron Medusa. This place.
Wait a sec, we're going to a place called the Iron Medusa?
Yep.
I don't want to go to a place called the Iron Medusa.
This place.
Don't worry, the Iron Medusa's dead. That's why I should play too.
Predating, so during the time and the aftermath of the Shadow War, came this powerful family, and they were involved in the Shadow War and wanted to really milk the cow of victory. They were called House Adela. House Adela was an imperial house, a very powerful house that, for whatever reason, thought that they could become kings and queens of this land, of Tebron to the north, this land that was plagued in shadow, that seems to be at the heart of the enemy's plots. And in their insanity, they decided to proclaimed themselves, at least one member proclaimed themselves king of this land, and the Imperium cracked down hard on this, and damned the family. You're pretty sure there's an Imperial term for it, but you're not Imperial. Damned the family in such a way that not only their dead were put inside of the tomb, but all living relatives of 3 separate families of that clan were also damned and moved into the tomb.
That's a campaign in itself. Being a member of that family, trying to be on the run. I didn't do anything.
That is a backstory. That is the tragic backstory of that level 2 ranger.
It was curious that the Imperial Magi took such an interest in this family, and in particular this particular location, that they would have done such a thing. And this family was some of the living members and their dead were trapped or entombed into this place. They're called the Iron Medusa, or it's called the Iron Medusa because the family's crest is actually that of a Medusa. And the different families had different variations of the Medusa, like a Medusa head as their crest. They must have done other things to piss off the Empire, or perhaps even the Undying Emperor himself, as these decrees come from on high. Like, it's not... Like, the Regent of Tarak probably couldn't damn an Imperial family. There was probably some machinations at a level that is beyond... That is involved in the politics of worlds.
Guys in the room, the planet is 50. Let's finish the teleport.
40. Some of those politics may have involved involvement in religions that were not of the five-faced god, and may stem on multiple levels, not only social, political, but also religious. Of course, economic. Normally, when such families are struck from the record, they aren't given elaborate tombs or crypts. But for some reason, in this case, they were.
Because it was already cursed, that's why.
Well, and with your 46, it was already a crypt that they had built. They had started building this crypt, and the Empire went, you want to be in this crypt? You want to have this crazy crypt? You want to think you're kings? Great. Just round you all up and put you inside.
Okay.
You know that it is a heavily magical place, and it would make sense that your heroic great aunt and some of the characters of this bygone age may have checked it out.
Okay.
It's also probably very appropriate that your band is going to go look at it and not the slightly weaker Circus of Dread.
Yep. Okie doke.
How much of this do you share with Radamer?
All of it. She has no reason to hide anything from him.
Interesting. As a Fossa, I never thought that I would have the chance to raid an Imperial crypt. This does, however, bring up an interesting legal issue. We may not be permitted to do so.
Well, it's only illegal if they catch you. And from what I understand, most of the soldiers up north are more concerned with the war than they are the tombs, so...
Might I suggest that the things we find, and do not want to keep, we dispose of in foreign markets.
Discreetly, yes.
But didn't you guys win the paper?
That's for the other crypt.
Callie, you are never to speak of this ever again.
Where... That is for the crypt that your lover and fiancé, Sam, has gone to. This would also make sense in that those from Terra's Lean who were looking for this shadow priestess Zira likely did not go to this place, as it was off limits. What madness drove her there?
But you're a philosopher, so that means we can go in, right?
I doubt that even my low ranking in the Order of Forces would allow us to plunder, perhaps take a peek, but I am guessing that we are going to do more than peek. And he glances at Nibbles, who's like sharpening his axe. Sparks everywhere with it. He's got a magical axe sharpener or whatever, the magical whetstone. Or he's running through whetstones because it's a magical axe.
If we do encounter Imperial forces, which we cannot bypass through magic and trickery, they will have to be dealt with in a more permanent way.
Ryder doesn't say anything. He doesn't protest either.
She's just kind of looking around for objections.
Maybe you should check with the ghoul guy. Maybe he doesn't want to kill Imperial.
It is a war zone. Things can awfully get confusing out there, says Evander as he's brushing his hair. Actually, his hair is brushing his hair. His hair is wrapped around this old brush that you know belonged to your grandfather, a bard by the name of
Fabian.
Fabian, yep.
Should make a Heraboros.
Grandfather Fabian's ornate hairbrush. So his hair, animate hair, is brushing the other half of his head. He always does this before bed. Hairception.
Heraboros.
Murdy,
Huh.
something I was thinking of. Well, I guess with their knowledge nature, she'd know. Goliath and elves cannot have children, correct? Except by magic or miracle.
Goliaths are...
monstrous humanoids, I believe.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Are they giant?
Goliath... 3E. Goliath Forgotten Realms.
I've got humanoid giant written down.
They are humanoids and giants.
Humanoids and giants. Okay.
So there's wood elves,
So
and the wood giants are supposed to be mixy-mashy with them.
I don't think so. So humans can mate with giants. Humans can mate with elves. But I don't think giants and elves mix.
Okay.
We can fuck everyone.
So magic or miracle. for
Magic or miracle is pretty much.
Alright.
There are
Do this.
there
we need
are
a-
giants and dwarves produce moles, which are sterile.
Sam needs to find a human girl to bang, to have a son, to then bang Callie.
That's twisted in so many ways.
All right. So you've never heard of an elf mating with giants before, and you're pretty certain that Goliaths are giantish. So it's time to magic our ways into having babies. You know, I'm only 49. Why can't I have a baby? Magic. All right, no, let's not go there. I know we went there, but let's not.
Abort.
No, don't use that word. Oh god. Oh shit. We just like
So Zita's gonna try to slowly sabotage Callie and Sam's relationship now because she doesn't like the idea of Callie marrying Sam.
Interesting. Okay, and what is Nibbles doing? Well, he's just
He checks the sharpness of his axe on his teeth, like
and Grizaak. What does Grizaak do?
He's humming that in his sleep.
He's being as annoying as possible.
All right, Rene, I need a. Are you staring up at the stars and looking at the moon this evening?
There certainly is some looking at the moon.
Okay, we're gonna call Rene distracted. Give me a perception check at a -4.
Okay, I will take my +4 for staring at the stars, and take the -4 for staring at the stars.
Oh,
you're freaking undead. You could have a 2,000-year-old ready to action. You're distracted.
yes,
Failure.
but he has hunger, so part of
Yep.
he has some metabolism, which means he may be more human than say like a ghost.
30.
Okay. Rene notices that some of the trees are swaying weirdly. First, there's one over here, and then a little bit over here. It's almost like a wind is going around the around the clearing, and every once in a while, a tree at the edge of the clearing starts to sway against the wind. You can hear the creaking of trees all around you at this point. Give me your hide check. You can have a plus, I don't know, 2 because you're kind of lying down in the grass.
Okay. 39.
Nice. Is that including armor check penalty?
Sorry, 38. Correct. You are correct. Armor check penalty of 1.
Okay. There are a number of trees that are beginning to unroot themselves. They look like they have weird...
Motherfucker, don't make me get my axe. I will go home and get my axe.
They look like they have weird faces and boughs kind of roughly arm-like. Give me a... So you're 39 perception. Give me a knowledge nature.
Okay. I do know natural things. Specifically because wee Jas told me about them.
You Jazz.
11.
Okay. They have 4 of them, not all of the swaying trees, but 4 of, we'll say 8, have uprooted themselves, and their some of their boughs have come down, and they look vaguely arm-like, and they start shuffling forward into the clearing. They have grim faces that look like that have been carved from the bark.
Oh my god. Well, we're gonna...
So there is a surprise round, I guess. They can't see you, so you get to act.
So, I take 20 in the surprise round, but I can't take an attack action, so I stand from prone.
Okay, so you're like leaving your hide.
Yep.
Okay, you stand from prone.
Or an arrow into the opening.
I can't, because I have a bow. I can't fire an arrow while prone.
Okay, there is... these things should be huge, not large.
I give they get a +5 initiative bonus. Is that correct?
These things do not.
Oh, I only had one. Well, I only rolled for one enemy on
So
the
let's put Evil Tree on the initiative list and give them a -1.
Okay, here, let me get there.
And the evil tree rolled a 12.
Okay, so evil tree. And this is -1, and they get a 12.
They're oddly just marching forward. So you stood up, and their faces are really garish and ghoulish. Not like undead ghoulish, but just really sinister looking. But they don't seem to really react very well towards you. You don't see their facial expressions change. This one just almost on a dime turns so that it's more walking towards you. And it walks right up to you on its turn. 30 feet.
It was a surprise, so I get to go.
That's right. That's right. You get to go again. Yeah.
There is a problem. I am going to basically do a full round attack, and my last attack is going to shoot into the. I'll shoot up into this. The rope trick.
Okay. So for full round attack, 5-foot step to the edge of the rope trick, and then fire into the rope trick.
Yep. Now, can I sneak attack the tree?
No.
Okay, that simplifies things. All right.
AC 21.
Okay.
You attacking the one that's closest?
20. Yeah, the one that's closest.
Okay, it's point blank shot.
Yeah, I have a 60-foot range on those things. So 23 becomes 20, becomes 18 with rapid shot.
Bits of bark flying everywhere as your arrows are pounding into it. AC 23 is a hit. 32 is definitely a hit.
Okay, and then into the rope trick. 19.
19 is, yeah, so can you fire into rope tricks? I don't think so. I think the arrow just doesn't go in.
Well, that
so
hopefully somebody notices.
Yeah, at this point, people are sleeping. Grizaak is the one that most likely will see this. Everyone gets a perception check, but it's
-10.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start getting my damage together. Did they have DR?
They have DR 10 slashing.
Well, I don't have frog crotch arrows, so thanks, Ahmed.
Yeah, no problem.
2d8 plus 2 plus 12
Nibbles is oblivious.
plus 1d8.
Yeah, the DC to hear the breaking arrow is probably 20.
So I don't get a minus.
Nope. Well, your wilderness or whatever
Yeah.
the name of that spell
Wild
is.
Instinct.
Yeah, wild instinct.
So 39 damage after DR.
Ooh.
Zita got a 26 on the.
Okay, Zita snapped awake and you heard a thing.
Yeah, Grizaak 35.
Okay.
What the fuck? Ready to find some trees? What?
All right, so you guys can now act in initiative. So Rene unloads his bow, tries to fire one up. The arrow explodes against the planar boundary at where the rope is sticking out, and then it's you heard the thing. So who is next in initiative? I can look this
Next, I think, is the Oogie Boogie. No, Nibbles, then the Oogie Boogie.
So Nibbles is sleeping.
Nibbles wakes up, I guess.
Yeah, Nibbles is sleeping this round, so nothing happening there.
Company, guys.
Oh, here, I'll roll for
Let's see if
I forgot about creepy McPriestor.
Radamer?
Radamer, rolls an 18. Pretty certain he makes it.
Okay. And Evander?
5 total.
Okay.
Minus 10, right?
Yep. So Evander, all right. So the creepy thing. There's another treant. This treant has all sorts of weird vines and ropes and things coming out of it. You can't quite comprehend what it is, and it is moving at about here.
Oh, balls.
It has an antler. It has a crown of antlers and weird moss coming off of it, and like some horror monster, like flipping tentacles coming out of its hands.
See, that's the one I should have attacked.
So it spends a move to get out, and then a move towards Rene.
Oh, fuck.
Just the whole, like, immediately regret not taking that point blank mastery. Oh no, I took it. Never mind. I'm good.
Flicking tentacles coming out towards you. You don't like them. They look wrong.
I agree.
Evander is sleeping. Callie, did she get DC 20 to hear the arrow snap?
Let's roll a d20 and see where we're at there. No.
Okay, Radamer. I think Radamer heard.
Yeah, Radamer heard.
Okay.
Radamer is going to stand from prone and cast a defensive spell. I think his bone armor is like his most powerful one.
Yep.
He's going to armor bones.
Okay, there's a clinking of little bones as they all kind of go up around Radamer, like
So cool, he's like a Power Ranger.
just bones stacked upon bones all over his arms, his legs, his torso. A big collar of bone. He's wearing like a hip bone as a collar.
Feels like a space marine with bones.
All right, that's Radamer. Evil trees. Yeah, these things are stumbling forward. 30. And can I reach Rene? 15-foot reach. Let's see. Yep. This one comes right in. And this one moves 30. 30. And then another 25. And 30. Okay, the one to the north and the one to the west do get attacks. Their attacks are clumsy.
We're just gonna watch from the top. It's okay. He's undead. He's not a real person.
AC 25 as a oaken fist comes swinging towards you. Bunch of branches in your face. And AC 29. Okay. There's something really automaton about their attacks. They're kind of just flailing towards you, and they're relying on the bulk, on their bulk. The thing with the whippy tentacle arms might be controlling them, Rene.
Yep.
Zita, did she hear the...
Yeah, she heard.
Okay.
Grizaak been like, get up!
So...
On his turn, he wakes everybody up.
Yeah.
Everyone wake! You're under attack! And she casts Fly on herself.
Cool. Grizaak.
Okay. Wake up, you assholes! He's gonna give everyone, Airwalk Communal.
Wake up, you assholes! 5th circle spell! Rise and shine! Time to fly!
Sorry, Rene.
Nice. It is a good spell. You had one prepared?
Yep.
Because this is yesterday's prep.
Yeah.
Okay. Rene.
Oh, we went around the room again? Alright.
Evander is asleep. Check.
Well, hey, Mr. Anguishine Voor. Let's see if arrows provoke you. We're gonna just unload on the Anguishine Voor.
Okay.
Because, fuck, whatever that thing is. AC 37 critical threat. I don't think it'll be critted.
Yeah, you hit him. There's a high-pitched screeching coming from him, but not his mouth as he gets hit. Like he's in pain. No crit.
It does damage.
It does.
Okay. Then I will fire again. AC 22.
That misses.
That's 24.
AC 24. Nope, hits some of its hard bark.
Okay, what's its DR?
10.
Okay. Plus 2 plus 2 plus 6. 22 damage after DR.
Nice.
The that DR really chunks on many shots.
Do you incur AOs?
Nope.
Okay, you point blank master? Good.
I am. I was like, that feat's bullshit. And then I took it because I was like, I need to pick feat.
Nibbles, you're awake now.
Alright, Nibbles.
Now position myself so the trees are my bodyguards. Protect me, trees, from the big thing.
He'll wake up, grab his axe. Oh, it's getting bored in my sleep.
Yeah, it's time to have some fun, Nibbles.
Grr.
I imagine Nibbles sleeping kind of like a dog, where they start like flailing a little bit, where they're just like.
Don't touch him while he's sleeping. He'll punch you.
Grabs his axe and jumps down.
Okay, so you stand from prone and then move.
Yeah.
And part of a move, pull out the axe.
Okay.
You're airwalking. You don't fall.
Well, it's start and walk down.
Then he walks down out of the.
How Nibbles supposed to do hero jump when he can't fall?
All right, Agoshine Vur sees a victim. He steps forward, and a bunch of tentacles go flapping out towards giant Nibbles.
Oh, has he got that much reach?
15 feet.
God damn. That looks like. Is that 15? That looks like 15 to me. I want it not to be 15. Be 20. It's 20! He's 20 feet away!
All right.
Can't
Well,
get him, he's too far! Hey, what the fuck? What the fuck?
oh yeah, they go on their
on
turn.
the same turn?
Shit.
Our tree arbor!
It is 20. God damn it.
And this guy was here on.
My armor of trees. It's my new spell. It's Rene's spell, armor of trees.
Protected by a wall of trees.
Wall of tree. It's the upgraded version of Wall of Thorns.
Okay, it's gonna.
Pout. Wait for Nibbles to be yes. No, I wonder if Rene could have just sat there and they might have gone away. Or
Okay.
he could have sat there. He could have pulled a violet and just waited for them to like show up and just yank this trick out of the sky.
All right. Well, the
Suck it.
tentacles have a maximum range of 50 feet.
Oh, never mind then.
Holy shit.
You can just chill up there and start.
So he'll 5 foot step forward, 50 feet. Yep. Six
Oh no.
6 tentacles that are very sappy and translucent come flying out of it and start trying to touch.
Did a roper have sex with the treant?
No,
This sounds like a roper had sex with the treant.
or tendriculus, which are ridiculous.
That's the name.
Okay, these are touch ACs.
Yep, it's awesome.
21, 26, 31, 19, 19, and 30.
See, some of those might be really,
Could have used
really
Cade.
well hit.
Okay, I need all of them hit.
All of them.
I need 6 fortitude saves, DC 27.
Holy fuck, this is bad, guys.
Oh,
Them be bad.
Well, hopefully it's just like.
hopefully it's a minor condition.
Hopefully it's just damage, not just like strength melting.
Yeah, these are D6 strength if you fail.
It's roper. It's a roper.
made 2.
27. You made 3. Okay, Nibbles has been sapped of 8.
Oh, I did make 3, yeah.
8 strength damage.
Oh.
So that full round attack would... Radamer would be unconscious, Zita would be unconscious, Xander might...
All this sort of sticky stuff touching you, and then it begins to hurt, and it's just draining you. And it just pinches off the strands, and they're all sort of melting away.
Well, you know what? That's okay, because I can rage and get stronger. So fuck you.
That is...
Okay, do we see this, Marty?
You do see Nibbles fly down, and then all this weird stuff went all over him, and Nibbles exhaled a little bit as he got hit.
Knowledge, can we get a knowledge nature here?
You can't
You can stand around and think about it. Evander is now awake. He stands from prone.
Oh, this is Evander?
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing a word every, minute or so. If I ask a stupid question, that's why.
Oh, sorry, Evander.
Evander.
It's me. Sorry, fuck.
He should probably cast a spell.
Yeah. He's gonna. Does he have the graders of invisibility? I don't think so. So we got invisibility.
Evander's got a ton of spells.
He does, but all the people that are gonna be doing ass whipping are down there, not up here. He casts invisibility. Do you fucking have invisibility, Evander? Shit.
Your image? Something?
Bart, you'll start with. Is there?
You just saw a whole
even
bunch of touch attacks mess up.
I don't see mirror image on this thing.
I don't know if witches have mirror
Bart's
image.
screen. He'll cast Bart's
Why doesn't he cast a greater heroism on himself?
Okay, greater here, yeah. Greater heroism.
Okay.
Is he getting out there, or is he staying inside?
He could 5 step forward. He stood from prone, cast a standard
Okay.
action, and
Yep.
5 step forward. Callie.
Callie wakes up
She snorts awake.
and
What the? Who the? Huh? What's going on? Oh,
shit.
that looks like fun. She's talking about the big trees going. "Brrr."
Careful, them things are fucking him up. Nibbles, fucking dumb shit.
She's giving herself. Does she have that already? Oh, frickin'. Okay, so she goes into her boar style.
Okay. That's a swift.
I would say crane style, my friend.
She doesn't have crane style.
So she stood from prone as a move. She's got a swift action, and then
She's. I don't know.
You can take it as a
It'd be
5
a
foot step
swift
move
action.
to get some brawler feats.
brawler feat.
Yeah. I don't fucking know what feats to take for this particular fight, though.
For- you
Lunge, I
take
guess.
Crane. No, crane. Because
I'm still not gonna fucking. No.
No?
Dodge and mobility.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Dodge and mobility will get her in to the point where she can grab
Yeah.
and turn the thing. And,
Radamer.
Yeah.
Radamer. Radamer is going to cast a spell. There's a bunch of trees. But, so, how, can you cast from the rope trick?
No.
Like cast out?
No.
Alright.
That would be the 5th level of the spell. Battle platform.
Yeah.
Battle pocket dimension. It's like a murder ball. This weird shift in dimensions and all sorts of weapons and spells coming out of it. It's
Okay,
awful. How do we attack this thing?
So he does not actually have the normal mobility spells, because his spell list is awesome. It is pretty awesome.
Just not for this fight.
Just not for this fight, exactly. Give me a second, let me check his
You could put up
knowledge. Nature's mediocre. His knowledge religion's pretty high. Knowledge arcane is high. Was he able to see the thing at all?
He's kind of far away from the pit, so he knows that there are things going on down there. And Callie said, "Oh, look at the big trees."
Okay. The big trees.
He has a lot of touch spells, so spectral hand might be a thing.
As a standard action, you become corporeal and invisible. While in this form, you can move in any direction through any object. He's gonna spirit walk.
Okay, he turns into a spooky Radamer.
Spooky.
I'll give it the.
Because I was like, he has to have invisibility somehow. Well, he's got the better kind.
All right, we'll give him a white aura. I know you can't see it right now, but once he's in the green, he can.
Yeah.
So that's a standard. What else is he doing?
Yeah, and then he's gonna move out there.
Okay.
End up over here. I'm assuming the trees don't sense the ghost.
Oh, he's incorporeal, but I don't think he's invisible. Or does it say
says
invisible?
Incorporeal and invisible.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he turns into a wisp of cloud and goes out.
Now we can start thinking about what the heck that is. Oh, Jacob, bleeding wounds. Look at that.
Okay. That was Radamer taking charge. Then we've got the evil trees. I think they all get to hit. Some of them twice. So the one right next to Rene is trying to pound him into the ground, like you're a post. AC 21 and AC 36.
36 hits.
2d6 plus 9. You take 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I do not have DR.
Another one from the side attacks Rene. AC 29, AC 36.
36 hits again.
19 damage.
Okay, so that's
And the Nibbles, you've got one that's full rounding for 2 slams, and then the one just came lumbering in and is going to attack you. AC 18, 36, and 20.
They all hit.
18?
He has no armor on.
Oh, he's naked.
Oh, 18 is a critical miss with a 1. Would have hit AC 23.
Yeah.
So you get hit twice.
Naked Nibbles needs some support.
Yes, he does.
One strike for 16, the other strike for 15 damage.
Okay. That's nothing.
Okay, I don't know if you have DR yet, or...
Yeah, oh, he's got DR.
Yeah.
He does have DR. I often forget because it's...
Zita.
Zita is casting greater in... What the fuck, you fucking thing? Sorry, I'm having issues with Windows right now.
Well, that is a visceral tech rage going on there. Why are you updating now?
Oh, that is so annoying. Can't you see I have 50 fucking windows open?
Alright. Sorry.
I'm gonna update whether you want me to or not.
You shall receive the updating. Dude, it's just some engineer in fucking Redmond, Washington, who just wants to go home for the day. He's like, sending it now.
It's happening, people. Accept it.
And the fan out happens over the next 4 hours. And he just doesn't care.
Alright, Zeta casts greater invis on herself and flies out. So that's 15. And she'd be like, oh my.
Oh no, that looks really bad. Does she sing a song of encouragement to us as like swift action? Because she's like a 12th level bard now.
And she'll fly out to here.
Actually, she should be close to getting swift action bard song.
I gotta check actually. 11th level, yeah, I think it's. I think 13th it's when swift action.
I'll check.
Okay, so she casts a spell and flies out. Yeah, none of the creatures seem to notice Zita for now. Grizaak?
Alright, the attacks that happen on Nibbles. Now, I saw the hits on Nibbles, right? Can I see what kind of attacks those are?
You
Like
give me a heal check or a knowledge.
Nature?
Nope, it's not even nature. Or knowledge dungeoneering. Hey, Drake.
Fucking Roper pretending to be a tree. Fuck you, Roper tree.
What were the two? Nature.
You know what I rolled? Advanced Roper.
Roper tree. I knew it.
Marty, sorry. What were the
It's
two
supposed to
skills?
be-
Heal or knowledge dungeoneering.
Yeah, he'll do a heal.
Ropers are like, doesn't matter how high level your party is, they mess you up.
Yeah.
30, when this was a heal. Yeah, you know that Nibbles took 8 strength damage from the tentacles. You don't know why. You don't know what the creature is, but you know the nature of the damage that he took. It was a ranged touch attack. It was all sorts of weird strength draining gelatin.
The necromancy thing that can Grizaak jump to that or?
Well,
Poison effect.
no. This is a. Did they change it? No, it's an extraordinary ability.
Oh.
It is the deadliest of deadly creatures that just spooged all over Nibbles with the tentacles to drain his strength. We're talking like, you know how there are some like coral fish, if you step on you die. You know, like the perfect hunter of nature.
Okay, he's casting Greater Invis on himself.
Okay.
That lumbering butthole came out from the trees all by himself. I just shot him and walked away slowly. Oh god, I hate the Ropers. Oh
Come on, Three's Company was awesome.
oh god. That's not hating at all.
I have this desire to go back and watch Three's Company to see how well it holds up.
Don't think
It does strike damage just because. Yep. All right, so Grizaak turned invisible and then flew out, or what's going on?
No, I haven't. He's like, not yet. He's not going down yet.
Okay, what's he doing?
He casts Great Invisibility. He's casting
Okay.
another spell.
He's casting Greater
Not
Invisibility or
later,
not?
He's done. He's
Okay.
done.
And you guys are what level? 11?
Yeah.
So yeah, your Greater Invisibilities are...
It'll last for a while.
it's very bad if you're still around.
Yep. 11, round 31 for Zita.
Get back up here, Nibbles.
All right, Rene, you are the next to go. Top of the
Well,
third round.
The trees, I don't care about your trees. I will shoot the thing that is doing all the bad.
Anguishine Vor? Yeah, you don't know its name.
Anguishine Lure. AC 27. AC 31. And critical threat, which...
Okay.
Can it be, you're saying it can't be critted?
It can't be critted. AC 27 misses. AC 31 hits its very, very tough rock-like bark. And AC 33 is a hit.
Well, this is also immune to crits.
Yep.
It's advanced. Just got... Because it should have critted into infinity by now.
No, I just stuck a treant and a roper
You took a
together.
treant on top. I know that's
Slapped
what you did.
slapped on the... Well, I had like 30 seconds to prepare, so... I slapped advanced simple template and went, this is a thing that is a couple of CRs higher than you guys are. Deal. You hit once.
21 damage.
Is that after the 10 DR?
That's after all the DR and
Okay.
getting the crits.
All right. Well, it is injured because of that. Giant Nibbles.
Nibbles will rage. And
Its eyes flare up, and you notice that it's got little tiny tentacles that are acting like its eyelashes, and they're all like flicking around, like they're happy that you're showing signs of strength. Cause it's hungry.
yeah. Keep talking about that. And I gotta do some quick calculation.
I think he is
because
hungry.
-4.
And tentacly.
Yes,
and
and tentacly.
It's all the way to
Reading, so
Grizaak stench.
4
You're so strong.
Bard song yet.
There's like 8 horses wait for here.
So the first attack is AC 29 on the tree.
Just the big tree in front of you?
Yep.
Yep, hit.
And the next
Wood
attack
chunks and pulp flying everywhere.
is +14. No? Oh, I got 3 attacks. That's right. I'm 11 total now. +19.
How did you adjust the CRs to compete with the PCs? He just did stuff and then made up a number at the end. Stuff happened.
We'll call it
AC
effort.
19?
AC 19 misses by 2.
AC 25 hits.
Is a hit. So you end up kind of striking where you had struck before, and you didn't dig any really deeper.
-6 damage.
Pieces of wood were flying off of it, and you hit the pieces instead. And then finally you re-aimed, changing your angle. And
DR?
DR.
Against the big axe.
Oh yeah, not against what you're
You
doing.
can accent all
DR
the questions.
10 slashing. Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the axis. So 66.
Okay, that bloodied it.
And I've got a bite attack I'm going to use.
Yeah, you grab a hold of a bunch of branches and foliage and just start raking it off, because that'll feel good in your mouth. You fucking
Just makes him angrier.
picking out.
I believe bite attacks are piercing,
Yes.
bludgeoning, and slashing. So
Yeah, you miss. You end up with a mouthful of bad tasting foliage.
Me poop like Grizaak now.
Anguishine Voor, 5 foot steps in.
ghouls consume. That means ghouls poop. Ghoul poop probably smells bad.
All right,
Because
it's
also this is going to suck.
Oh, this is going to suck so bad.
3 of its tentacles go flying towards Rene.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Renee's taking some of these.
These are touch attacks.
Probably.
Nat 20, Nat 1, and 23.
Okay. Yeah.
AC 18.
Oh, you critical fumble.
Oh.
Ooh.
Goes back in his eye.
Does that like fall prone or something? Don't fall prone. I'm doing arrow.
Oh. No, that's critical fumble. It would have fallen prone. Yeah. So no, it made it stumbled in the slick grass, because it's just sort of like bleeding off all sorts of slime. Yeah. So you get one of these tentacles right in your face. It feels cold for a moment, but nothing happens. And then the other 3 tentacles go flying at Nibbles.
Don't roll a 1.
Well, 3 fort saves. You're raging now.
Made it.
1.
Oh, it's less than 50% chance of making it. Oh god.
There we go. There's the 2 others. And fail and fail.
And 2d6.
Okay, 10 strength.
Nibbles, giant Nibbles is.
There's one that kind of like flings and wraps itself around your neck like a scarf. And you're like, try to get it off. You're just spreading it all over yourself. Yeah, that's not good. You're still conscious though.
Yes, he's still conscious.
Evander.
Evander is gonna cast Fly on himself.
He has airwalk.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Then he's gonna do Barks. Yeah, he's only got 30-foot move speed, eh? Yeah, he's gonna. All right. He will do. How far is this out? Yeah, he'll do bark skin, and then he'll come out. He doesn't see where his sister is. He sees. Thing over here.
He sees giant Nibbles trying to like chop down trees, and a really bad thing kind of hovering in the background. Callie.
Yeah, but he gets to move, right?
Yep.
Callie.
Does he want all those AOs? Or is he just popping up?
Is this an action to like? Is this one move? Can he do an attack?
No, he cast a spell. So no.
Okay.
So he cast Bark Skin. He popped out, and that's his turn. Radamer. Oh, Callie, then Radamer. Sorry.
Okay.
Callie jumps down.
Yep. She can do that as a 5-foot step, thanks to the airwalk.
Yeah, and
Oh, there's a lot of fucking weird trees out here.
can you grapple something that big?
I believe you can.
Grapple is one of the ones that doesn't.
2 sizes bigger, yeah, you can grapple this.
She's gonna give it a freaking shot.
Okay.
She's going to.
I'm gonna wrestle with it. She doesn't realize the danger the party is in. Everyone else
She's
is
gonna
not
take a
laughing.
move. She's going to take a move to change her feats to grapple and greater grapple.
Okay.
And
I believe that's a
she's gonna try and
+2 to her
the
grapple.
tree.
But you already moved down.
She 5-foot step down.
Oh, 5
5
foot.
foot,
Okay.
yeah, it's a 5-foot step.
So that's +4 to the grapple.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta double
Yep.
check. Double check something here.
and
'cause I don't
+2
know
to
what
the CMD to maintain. Yeah.
And
Well, +4 to the CMD to maintain.
This thing
No,
is
I think it's only
useful,
2.
right?
I think they both have +2.
Oh no, it's +2 to the CMD to if they try to break it.
yeah, that's it.
She still keeps the +4 to CMB to do the grapple.
She's grappling unarmed with 4 style up, so
CMD of 29.
29, and she's got a +4, so 21. $27.
Okay, she ends up breaking off a few of the branches as she's trying to grab a hold of it. It's all slippery. Radamer.
Kali, it is puppet. Radamer. So I thought I could cast magic missiles in this form, but I can't. So we're gonna walk over here where we're away from all the scary things,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna turn not a ghost because I can't cast my magic missiles.
Okay.
Magic missile.
So we'll get rid of the halo.
Yep.
And Radamer is now visible. Evil trees. Look at all the targets. Anguishine Vor is...
Waiting for his turn.
Yeah, I think... Okay. So Rene is gonna get hit a couple times by one of the trees. Maybe. AC 34, AC 28.
AC 34 hits.
As the oaken fists come thundering down, 19 damage. Wham! Callie's got this other tree's attention as she kind of went into his face and is trying to grab at her. AC 30, AC 26.
Both hit.
Ow! It's squeezing back. 15 and 18 damage. Nibbles has a tree that is now full rounding and swinging oaken fist towards him. AC 31, nat 1. Another nat 1. 34, so it hit then.
The only mathematical way for it to critical fumble.
So the first one, 15, but then Nibbles just kind of took the butt end of his giant axe and bopped it in the middle of the face. And let's see what the crit fumble chart gives us.
Punches the nearest roper.
That's very oddly specific. Hit table or miss table 34. Sheet is just loading.
It's not even slow like a roper.
How's Rene doing?
Renee's not bloodied. Or pussied, or whatever you'd call it.
34
Rene's
is
undead. He doesn't have the broken condition.
drop an item held. It's not carrying anything, so it just misses. Which brings us to 1, 2, 3, 4. The last one is going to attack Evander, who is not wearing his armor but has bark skin up, AC 23 and AC 32.
Probably 2 hits.
Yeah, probably. Ahmed,
Evander, 32. Yeah, his AC's 30.
23
He doesn't have his armor on.
without armor.
Fuck. 17. Yeah, he got hit.
Twice.
Yeah. His
Okay.
AC's 21.
Okay, he takes a total of 24 damage. The tree apparently doesn't like hitting elves. 1, 1, 1, 3. Alright, next up is Zita, then Grizaak.
Zita is casting acid spray.
Ooh, what's the area of effect of this?
60-foot cone.
The fuck? Yeah, I'm assuming. Oh god.
Okay, where are you aiming the cone?
You know what? I might.
There's a 60-foot cone.
Yeah, I might 5-foot step back and do it. There we go. Go from there.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so Zeta appears as a horrible cone of acid.
She's
Oh, no.
greater in
Oh,
Viz.
greater viz. Oh, shit. A horrible spray of acid. Sprinklers over everything.
Zeta was bulimic.
The evil trees are just taking it. Like, they're not really reacting to it, but they're sort of melting, and a lot of their leaves are basically disintegrating. Anguishine Vor, however, the tentacles are flipping around, and there's a high-pitched monster noise coming out of it. It is a noise of pain.
38 damage. Oh, the save will be DC 21.
Okay. The reflex on this creature. Oh, you found my weakness.
Is it like a fifth circle
Fifth circle, yeah.
Fifth circle blast? I like it.
17 on the reflex save.
Yeah. 17 on does not make it.
Okay, so that's 30.
And you'll be taking acid damage next round too.
38 damage is 70, 81. Okay, and then they
Is
two.
it like a D6 or is it?
No, it's 5d6.
So they have acid bleed, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll give them a lime in the coconut.
Just 2 damages or
Pardon me?
just twice? Or
I'm
once?
double checking here.
Cool. Good. This is I like this spell. This.
And 13 and 19
Just the
also
next round.
don't make it. So these evil trees take 38 acid as well.
They take half damage the next round. Yeah. Like roll half damage.
Half dice.
Half dice, yeah.
104. That one tree that's getting hit by Nibbles is almost down. Oh,
It's on your turn when they take it, or is it on their turn?
I think it's on my turn.
Okay.
Grizaak.
Grizaak's gonna fly out and make an empower. Sorry, he's gonna run out. He's gonna walk and make an empowered fireball.
Okay.
They do get a second saving throw though.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I don't know if trees like knowledge of nature, is that a free one or is it gonna cost me anything? Trees. How are trees on lightning?
These creatures look like animate trees. Fire is probably going to be your best option. I need to know where Grizaak's moving to, though.
oh, sorry. As a move action, I start my bard song.
Okay.
You have a +2 or +3?
+3, yeah.
Yay!
Get away
That's
from
gonna
him,
be a
get away
bunch
from
more
him.
damage.
Yeah, I'm scary. And then he's gonna fireball these 3 guys.
Which ones?
Like
The ones that just got acided?
Yep.
Okay, a very angry fireball erupts amongst these 3 creatures, and you know what? Ropers are vulnerable to fire,
I knew that.
and treants are vulnerable to fire, so in mushing these 2 things together, he did
It's
not
still
become...
vulnerable to fire.
It's still vulnerable to fire.
we didn't do the
So
the demon or the devil troll.
Troll. the thing that makes every player go.
Okay, so
How did they even do the dirty?
Anguishine Vor gets a 14 on his saving throw versus the angry fireball.
No. Bye bye.
So what does the empowered exactly do? Is it Just
You
cut
roll
it in half.
damage, and then numbers happen afterwards. Just roll normal damage.
36.
Okay, so your 36, you don't have a plus whatever, so it's 36 times 1.5.
So 48. No, 18 is 54.
So 54, then now it's vulnerable.
And it's vulnerable, so it's times 1.5.
Yep.
Yeah, so
And it's
again,
multiplicative in this case.
So 70, 81. Is that right?
There we go. Save or die, bitch. I hate you. I hate you and all your kind.
162. Let me figure out its max hit points here.
Oh, I
Maybe
figured
roll
that
for hit
out.
points plus treant hit points is my guess.
Oh, which one is bigger?
By the way, when you're wondering how epic or the mythic challenges are made, this is the technique.
24. It does not have 80 hit points left. However, it doesn't take crit, so I don't think it takes the death
No
shock.
effects.
But these evil trees are having a really bad day. From left to right, they have a reflex save of +3, and they're vulnerable. So 81 on this one is 39, 119. It's got 1 hit point left, and this one explodes.
Do that again.
It looks like Anguishin Vor wants to go away as he's partially on fire and trying to leave.
No going away.
No?
You stay for the duration.
Sprayed with acid and an empowered fireball erupts around them. Rene.
Rene is going to request that the Anguishing Vor stay for the duration by arrows, many arrows.
Fistfuls of arrows go flying in
Also,
towards Anguishing Vor.
I'll make do you want to roll for me? I'm currently in a fight for my life.
Sure, what do you want me to do? 2
Plus 21. 2 at plus 21, then 1 at plus 16.
24, 36, 27.
Only 1 hit.
That was the mini shot. The mini shot is 2d8 plus 4 plus 6 plus another 6.
The mini shot's the first one or the second one?
It's the first one.
Okay, the second one hit.
Oh, sorry, I got it. Oh, never mind. Then it would be remove the 1d8 and the 2 and 3. 1d8 plus 5 goes off that. So 4 plus 5, so 9 less. So 12 damage.
Okay.
I know me. So exciting.
That's after DR?
Teaching your dog to bite people's hands. So Rene, fistful of arrows. One of them connects, and the creature is doing its high-pitched scream again. Nibbles.
oh, Nibbles, Nibbles, Nibbles. Bad day for Nibbles.
Burning tree that you were hacking up falls down in front of you with thunderous.
Tree though. He is going to.
This one looks like it's about ready to tumble. This one's slightly injured. This one's uninjured. This thing is screeching.
Yeah, he doesn't. Can't get out of there without taking AOs, and those will put him. Those will hurt. Oh, he just got a ton of hit points. No, he'll take it out on the tree in front of him.
Okay. The one that's trying to grapple Callie. Did you get that in your damage for your bow?
Yep.
Bard song? Okay.
It was not the mini shot not hitting is the thing.
Yeah.
Her
So
first
AC
damage.
25 on the first one.
Yep, chipping at the tree. We'll get it together, says Callie. Ah! Tired Nibbles swinging his massive axe.
Also, DR10 is harsh against danger.
18 strength damage, what the...
Hit with the second one.
Nice.
18 strength damage, and he's still heaving a massive axe. I guess he's not wearing the armor.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. That's all. And miss.
His swings are very obviously labored at this point. Hit twice though.
Yeah.
No DR, Bard Song included.
Go on, and I'll tell you the damage because I had to do some math for.
So it's
Sure.
advanced calculus needs to happen.
To figure out what that
It's
means.
the rate of change of my strength.
It's rate of change of strength, and then we got a sicking condition or something on top that adds like a static modifier as well.
Anguish in 4 gets his attack.
So it's attack or maybe live by running. Those are your
Run
options.
away
Big,
or sit and fight. Your
horrible
choice.
tree monster.
It saw the acid splash and it saw the fireball. It's sort of looking.
Oh, that's cruel. That's Zita.
That fireball hurt.
There was a 5-foot step before the spell came out.
Yeah. The archer just took one to the face. It's still arching. I'm not concerned about the other guys that just came out.
All right, here's the damage. 38.
Okay. The tree is still standing after that, although it is.
He's got with his rage right now. He's got a strength of 12.
He's still like average man strong.
He's still stronger than
than an average man. Okay. He's got average. He's got average construction worker strength. All right.
Oh, hang on. Add another 6 to that. I forgot about Zita's.
Okay. Yeah. The thing is bloodied because of the hacking. There are bits of it flying everywhere. It's effectively you're attacking a very large tree. 3.
It might actually be worth checking if you can actually lift this axe.
3 tendrils go towards Nibbles because I'm still afraid of the big axe. There's just something about.
There's
Nat 20.
Oh no.
You're gonna want to make that save.
Oh no.
Okay, so they're all hits. So the first one is the DC 27, or
Versus 2d6.
yeah. Oh, that's critical. So let's see what it, because we did look up that critical hits do apply to
Yep.
this type of damage. Standard critical. Okay.
Okay. So saves.
You made the first save. You made the second. You made the third.
Nope. Nope. Not today.
All right.
Not falling today.
So you basically swung your axe, and all the tentacles are bunched up around your axe, and then they turn into a gelatin and then sublimate. And the other 3 tentacles are going to go towards Evander. 32, 32, and 20 and 17 touch.
His touch AC is what, 15, something like that.
It's
That's
21 right now.
It's 21, right? His touch is 21?
Oh no, his balls his touch.
No, they touch.
He's got no ring of protection.
His touch is 15.
Okay. So he needs to make 3 fortitude saves. He's got a plus 10 on his save.
Okay.
Roll for me, Adam.
Okay.
I'll just queue up the 3d6.
Oh, we rolled a 1.
13 strength.
Well, Vander's got a 5 strength. He's a man.
No, 7.
7. He's got an 18 strength.
He's
Yeah,
got a
20
20 strength.
Okay.
Sister, help me! It's this silly string. It just kind of goes all over Evander. For a brief moment before it kind of pinches off the tentacle, you do see little pulses of light, like it's feeding off of your strength. That travel up the
this bullshit.
yeah.
Oh my god, they were definitely fighting giants.
This wizard.
If Denise were here, she'd be like, these are not Imperium approved.
Evander with his 7 strength.
If Duncan was here, he would say capture it for scientific experiment.
He saw fireballs happening. Was he gonna try to retreat? How close was the thing?
Let's take a look at his spells. Does he have any blasts or?
No, he's a witch.
He's got
Yes.
Banshee Blast is his big...
Sounds like a blast to me. Oh shit! He's got greater heroism. So +4 on all those saves, which they all fail anyway. Jesus Christ! God damn.
Evander,
He has Lightning Bolt.
defensively cast. Defensively cast.
Okay. He can get these two. His concentration is +17.
There we go.
DC would be
I'll
21.
look up Banshee Blast. Is it like sonic damage?
Probably.
35.
All right, so he rips off a lightning bolt. He's 11th level, so 10d6, and he hits Evil Tree 1, which automatically dies because it has 1 hit point left.
35. Dimage.
And Anguishing Voor.
You know what? My favorite spells are the custom spells that just say it does damage.
Makes it save, so it takes 15,
Oh, it
17.
is sonic. It's a death, fear, mind affecting sonic effect.
201. Okay, it is very injured. Screeching. Callie. What's that goo? What's that goo?
You do not want to get touched by the goo.
Oh,
Grapple that tree again.
oh, she rolled a 1.
Okay, no criticals on checks, so... Oh, it's still slimy. I'm just grabbing bark. She still doesn't know that everyone's strength is being horribly drained. Radamer.
Well, Radamer knows bullshit when he sees it. So Radamer is going to Calcific Touch, Enervate. I think we're going to enervate the
Hey, Kenny. How's it going?
big tree.
Alright, I believe that is a touch AC attack.
Yes.
As a necromantic pulse comes out of Radamer's
Okay.
wrinkly white hand.
Just have to get a little bit closer.
And the touch AC of this thing is 12.
Radamer's bonus to hit with about Sung is plus 11. He is a plus 12 with Bad Song. He hits, but it was close.
Okay.
4 negative levels.
Ooh, that's minus 20 hit points off the top.
And a -4 on your attack rolls, saving throws. Is it on DC? I don't know if it's on DCs. I don't think it's on the DCs.
Okay, the thing...
Suck him off for the power, you guys.
It just stands there. The tentacles are all kind of flapping downwards and not like reaching out erratically. It's like holding its chest where it got hit by the necromantic ray. Okay. The one thing this creature did not inherit was its SR.
Oui, because that outfit is also terrible.
That's play bullshit.
Evil trees. We've almost got Nibbles.
Getting this in our Jimmy Jams is a thing. There's
Alright, Rene gets slammed a couple of times. AC 36, AC 20, 28.
hits.
Okay.
Rene needs a ring of protection.
21 damage.
Alright.
Wham! Max damage.
Rene is now officially
Bloody.
broken. I don't know, he's undead.
Alright. I'll cure serious wounds on you.
I got it.
Alright, Nibbles is getting attacked because He's the only one on that flank. AC 19, AC 29.
Both hit.
For a total of 32 from 2 hits. You could subtract your DRs.
Okay.
Do any of you speak Aklo?
Give me a second.
Hang
He
on.
speaks a couple of weird languages. I don't think that's one of them. Oh, here, I'll also check Radamer. Radamer speaks...
Yes, Zita speaks Aklo.
It's saying truce.
Yeah, sure.
Tentacle mingle truce.
In Aklo, she repeats, "How about you die?"
All right, beginning of Zita's turn, I think the acid continues to burn away at it.
You need to make another saving throw.
It holds its hands up to its face as bark is dripping off of it and simply corroding away, revealing this strange rocky face underneath. Reflex save. Does a nat 1 make it?
No. So he takes another 13 acid damage. What a shitty roll.
Okay. With the negative energy loss, it is collapsing backwards. 39 brings it to minus into the negatives. It collapses to the ground.
Now the evil trees, are they still moving? Or?
The evil trees are still moving, yes. Zita, you get to go. This was the acid from last round, and now it's your turn.
She will whip a fireball, like, here, just to get these 2 trees.
Okay. Missing her companions, I'm guessing.
Yes.
It gets close to Nibbles. He lurched away from it. Uh, 15 and 11 don't make the saves. How much
No,
damage?
So 36 becomes 54.
Yep. 4 and 54 destroys the one that Nibbles and Callie were attacking. And this one is now on fire.
And she'll just, for good measure, move away from it.
Good call.
Grizaak.
It's a power fireball, that last one. Some over here. Wait, I can't see her.
No.
Last I saw, she was spraying.
You would be getting the source of her last spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's shoot it back. She fireballed here. Let's fireball.
You
where she
can get a...
I'm fireballing where she fireballed.
I think it's something like... you know there's an invisible creature around. You know she's invisible. I think it's something like DC 40 plus distance to spot check
That's
to
a lot
figure
of
out where she
distance.
is. So it's DC 46. I don't know what your perception check is.
That's gonna fireball. Safest thing is gonna fireball where she fireballed.
No one's gonna move where they fireballed. That'd be stupid.
Okay.
Grizaak is not happy right now.
I'm assuming you mean Zita.
Zita's
No,
not happy?
he's just been, no. Oh, sorry. Nibbles is not happy.
Nibbles.
Right
Oh,
now.
okay.
I'm like, Grizaak's just fine.
I'm casting spells.
34 becomes 17, so 51.
51 damage. Yeah, this tree's taking fiery destruction. It's still somehow standing.
Isn't
Top.
it vulnerable?
Yeah, that's the 51.
So
Oh no.
that's
Empowered and
Empowered, so 51, and then another 25, so 76. The 25 destroys it. Yeah, Grizaak's fireballs are just really violent. Torrents of fire and explosion. Boom!
Oh, you're using your rod.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rene?
I thought Rene Renee's gonna just
Shit.
choke.
Thunk.
Just walk over.
Yeah, I guess you walked over. You can't coup de grace as an action. Although 20 is right between the eyes. Right between the eyes. Boom. Loud.
17 damage after DR.
Yeah, you kill it. You hit like a stony rock underneath all of the tree. It's a horrible, weird pillar of stone where you would expect like the innards of a tree to be, and it's got all sorts of holes, and the tentacles are bleeding out of it and evaporating.
That is on the list of least favorite creations that will be talked about for years.
The treant roper?
The troper? Yeah, the troper is...
I made a snap decision that I'm like, if I gave it SR, I would wipe the party.
What would its SR be?
It would a normal roper without applying advanced or extra stuff is SR 27.
Well, yeah, that would have. Yeah.
Because all of your spells would not affect it. I already have half the fighters at no strength. It would have been Rene sitting there trying to whack it with arrows,
Rene,
hitting
like,
once out of 3 times, and you would have wiped. But yeah.
It would be get some like spells on Rene to help his bonus to hit.
Okay. It is quiet in this creepy glade.
So,
Yeah.
that sucked.
Rene
Wait a
starts
minute.
praying to Weejass because ow.
Hey, Obadiah, think it's got treasure?
These things are. Hey, what's wrong? She says, and she kind of like gives Nibbles a nudge and actually pushed Nibbles nearly over.
Oh, Nibbles, take nap now.
Get your ass up in there. I'll try to fix you up. Got some new poop salve I'm working on.
No.
Yeah, you can't do nothing.
I'm 18 strength. You're not.
No.
No, please, not in mouth. No. Here you go.
Grizaak bully, no. Make Nibbles eat poop again.
Does this thing have a body, Marty?
Which thing?
This roper, whatever.
Yeah, it has a body. It has an
There's actually
anatomy.
gonna prepare a treasure stitching. What's not treasure stitching? Sorry, create treasure map for tomorrow morning.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
What does the tree and roper think is treasure?
We've got random tables. We've got the technology. We can do it.
This thing spoke.
It spoke. Also, it probably has like a bunch of strength items.
All right, are you guys going back up into your little hole to rest?
Yes.
Radamer approaches Rene. You look like you took a beating.
You look healthy. You should be unhealthy.
Rene is going to pray to Weejass and cast basically all of his spells.
Okay.
And
Radamer.
see if he can make himself not broken condition.
Yeah, Radamer watches you cast these spells. What is coming out of his hands does not look like positive energy. You have a chance to make spellcraft checks DC 17 to know
The
that.
first spell comes out empowered. Because I'm under the starlight, and I am of a stargazer oracle.
Cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Alright, so the first one is 13. Or here, I'll do the rest of it. So 3d8 plus 15 plus 13.
Kenny always makes me laugh.
39. Healing.
Impressive.
It is good to have to speak again to the Evans and have them speak back to you.